Hi, I'm Jamie and I'm a psychologist. I work with children, parents and families.
What is a psychologist with a special interest in families?
I work with children and their families where there seems to be some ongoing trouble in the family after separation. I'm able to work with children, parents, carers and their families. So might be conflict, there might be arguments, there might even be violence or abuse happening in the home.
What can I expect if I see a psychologist like you?
So if you were to come and see me, I'd want to see you first of all as the parent or carer and ask you a whole lot of questions and be really curious about what's been happening in your life, in your family's life and in your child's life, just to make sure that we're going to go off in the right direction to begin with, while we just explore what else has been going on in their families other than that immediate pressing concern that often families want to work on. Parents who see me sometimes really feel like they're almost burnt out from the problems that they've been facing. So that's why, again, it's important to meet with the parent first of all and to remind them how important they are to their children's lives and to really bring them on board. So parents are an extremely important influence in their children's lives, often the most important influence in their children's lives. They can be a real platform for their child's development and growth. So I want to see what's been impacting on the parent so that we can really bring the parent into the conversation and for the parent to be as present and as available and as resourceful in their children's lives and in working on the problems that they see their children facing. The therapy doesn't just happen in that hour in the room with me, but that it also happens at home and in other contexts with your children.
How can I access a psychologist like you?
I work at a not-for-profit organisation and you don't need to have a mental health diagnosis like you might do to see a private psychologist because our services are funded through the Commonwealth to help families after separation. And you can find services like mine in places like Relationships Australia, across Australia. The simple way to access someone like me would be to search on the internet for something like Relationships Australia or similar providers and then just give us a phone call or do an online inquiry.
Are there common misconceptions about psychologists like you?
This is not a misconception, but it is quite a common worry for parents that come to see us who are down the family court pathway, which is that we're going to be producing reports, we're going to be making notes, we're going to appear as expert witnesses in a family law court proceedings, and that's not going to happen. The only way that a family court will know about the work that we do is if there's a serious and immediate concern to your child's safety, to your safety or somebody else's safety. Otherwise, the work that we do is protected by the Family Law Act and is kept away from the family court. So you can really do that work safe in the knowledge that this is our space and the family court space is different.
How can I get the most out of my visit to a psychologist like you?
To get the most out of coming to see me, you need to be prepared to give feedback about how it's going for you and about how you think it's going for your child as well. Because I'm not a magician here. I'm not going to magically transform everything in your life or your child's life. I really need to make sure that the work that we're doing is on track, it's really helping you and that it's making a difference to you, keeping you safe and well and your family safe and well. So you really do need to think about what you're hoping to get out of being in these sessions and asking your child to attend and possibly inviting a former partner to have them also provide their input into the sessions there. So just have a think about what you hope is different, and also about how you might frame it for your child when you then invite them to come and see me later on.
A final word.
I really want to emphasize psychologists like me will have studied for years, will have been doing lots of ongoing training, will be really very curious about the best ways that we can work with families. But at the end of the day, you have a lot of expertise about your family, you've got the knowledge about your child, you know your hopes, your dreams best. I'm not going to be able to discover that for you or open up your mind and see what's inside. You need to remember as a parent, you've got a lot to bring to these sessions.